Have you ever wondered what finding a massive pot of gold under your house might feel like? Well, imagine that pot of gold being buried under tons of sand, and you get a taste of what Iran might be experiencing right now. They just signed a whopping $13 billion deal to develop their oil fields, the biggest in decades. But is this a sign of coming prosperity, or is there more to the story? Let's dive in and explore the implications of this historic move. Let's break down this $13 billion deal further. It's not a single giant contract, but rather a series of agreements with various domestic firms. Each contract focuses on the development of a specific oil field, a Zadagan field. This is the crown jewel of the deal. Located on the border with Iraq, it's one of the largest oil fields in the world. The focus here will be on maximizing production in the northern part of the field, with an estimated 1.2 billion barrels of recoverable oil. Masjid Suleiman Field. This historic field holds a special place in Iran's oil story. It's one of the country's oldest producing fields, dating back to the early 1900s. The new deal aims to breathe new life into Masjid Suleiman with additional drilling and maintenance. It's important to note that these deals aren't just about pumping more oil out of the ground. They also involve infrastructure development. Building new pipelines, storage facilities, and potentially even refineries will be crucial for efficiently managing this increased production. This is a long-term project. The contract typically spans 10 to 14 years, indicating Iran's commitment to sustained development of these oil fields. While the total value of the deals is $13 billion, specific details on how this money will be divided among the participating companies haven't been made public yet. There are also questions about transparency and how the progress of these projects will be monitored. So while the headlines highlight the big numbers, there are many layers to this deal, and its success will depend on efficient execution over the coming years. For years, Iran has been under a web of international sanctions that have significantly restricted its oil exports. This has crippled their oil industry and limited their economic growth. However, there have been recent talks about a potential easing of sanctions, particularly if Iran agrees to certain conditions. While nothing is set in stone, Iran might be positioning itself to take advantage of a potential opening in the future. By developing these oil fields now, they'll be ready to ramp up production quickly if sanctions are lifted. It's essentially a calculated gamble on the future of the global oil market. But it's not just about sanctions. This deal also reflects Iran's desire to become less reliant on foreign expertise and technology. Years of sanctions have forced them to develop their own domestic capabilities in the oil sector. These new deals are a way to showcase their progress and potentially become a stronger player in the global oil market, regardless of international sanctions. There's also a geopolitical angle to consider. Iran has significant oil reserves, making it a major player in the region. By investing heavily in its own oil industry, Iran might be sending a message to other oil-producing countries, particularly those in the Middle East. It could be a way to assert their dominance and influence within the region's energy landscape. While Iran's motivations are clear, there are still uncertainties. Will sanctions ease as they hope? Can domestic firms meet ambitious goals? Only time will tell how these factors play out and whether this bold move will lead to Iran's oil resurgence. For decades, Iran's oil industry has relied heavily on foreign expertise and technology. While they have undoubtedly made strides in developing domestic capabilities, there is still a potential experience gap. International oil companies possess extensive experience in managing complex projects like these. They have access to cutting-edge technologies for exploration, drilling, and production optimization. The question remains, can Iranian firms replicate this level of expertise to achieve the ambitious production targets set by the government? However, this deal isn't just about immediate production. It's also an investment in Iran's future oil capabilities. The knowledge and expertise gained through these projects will be invaluable for Iranian firms. Think of it as on-the-job training for a new generation of engineers and oil technicians. Over time, this could lead to a more self-reliant and technologically advanced domestic oil industry in Iran. While domestic expertise is crucial, there's also room for collaboration. Iranian firms could potentially partner with foreign companies that possess specific technologies or expertise they might lack. This could be a win-win situation. allowing Iran to access advanced technology while still maintaining control over its own resources. To truly bridge the experience gap, Iran will need to invest heavily in research and development, focusing on innovation in areas like drilling techniques, reservoir management, and environmental sustainability will be crucial for long-term success. There's no doubt that relying on domestic firms is a bold move by Iran. While challenges exist, it also presents a unique opportunity to build a stronger and more self-sufficient oil industry. The success of this strategy will depend on effectively addressing the experience gap, fostering innovation, and potentially collaborating with foreign companies where necessary. This deal has the potential to be a significant economic shot in the arm for Iran. Increased oil production translates to more revenue for the government. The positive impact could extend beyond the oil sector itself. Increased economic activity can lead to a ripple effect, stimulating other industries like manufacturing, transportation, and construction. However, there's always a flip side to the coin. Increased oil production also means increased environmental concerns. This is where Iran faces a critical challenge. They need to find a way to balance economic growth with environmental responsibility. Investing in cleaner technologies for oil production and refining can help minimize pollution. Additionally, exploring renewable energy sources like solar and wind power is crucial for a sustainable future. This deal is a complex equation with both potential benefits and drawbacks. The true impact on Iran's economy and environment will depend on how effectively they manage the various challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. Thanks for watching.